Hello there, welcome to NTV English News Bulletin. I am Bhavana Casey. In the beginning, we have the headlines. At least 25 people killed and 18 others injured in monsoon-induced floods and landslides in various parts of the country. Some classes were affected the most. Meeting of the National Assembly underway. Ministers concerned responding to the queries of the parliamentarians. Turkey's President Erdogan agrees to support Sweden's bid to join NATO. Such comes following talks in Lithuania. And top seed Alcaraz beats Berrettini to enter the quarterfinals of Wimbledon Open. Eubanks upset Tsitsipas, Javier and Ravikina set up a repeat of 2022 final. Welcome back. You are with NTV English News Bulletin. Now we have the news in details, and the news we have just received in. A helicopter of Manangir has gone out of contact. The Manangir's helicopter, which was flying to Kathmandu from Solukhumbu, has gone out of contact. The helicopter had 6 persons on board. It is said the helicopter went out of contact at 10:01 a.m. this morning. Meanwhile, a team has been mobilized to search for the helicopter. At least 25 people have died and 18 others injured in monsoon-induced floods and landslides in various parts of the country. According to the Home Ministry, 25 people have so far died in monsoon-induced floods and landslides. Since the onset of the monsoon in Nepal on June the 14th, the country has experienced severe floods and landslides, resulting in numerous casualties and significant damages. According to Disaster Preparedness and Response Section under the Home Ministry, 25 people went missing and 18 have been injured in the incidents. The impact of floods and landslides have been devastating, with 83 houses completely damaged and 119 partially damaged. Among the affected areas, Sankwashapa has suffered the most, with 3 fatalities and 19 people are still missing. Pastor also witnessed 3 deaths and 3 missing persons. In Okalunga, a tragic landslide claimed the lives of 4 members of a single family. The Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority has estimated that floods and landslides should affect significant population this year, with approximately 1.2 million people at the risk. A meeting of the National Assembly is underway. The National Assembly's meeting was postponed on Sunday due to the obstructions from the main opposition party, CPNU-ML. Deliberations on the various headings under the appropriation bill is being held today. Lawmakers will deliberate on the expenditure of the Ministry of Health and Population, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Energy, Water Resources and Irrigation, and Ministry of Drinking Water. Similarly, the expenditure of the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Labour, Employment and Social Security, and the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, the Ministry of Law, Justice and Parliamentary Affairs, and the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development will be discussed today. The concerned ministers will be responding to the queries of the parliamentarians as well. The UML obstructed the National Assembly's meetings over Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal's recent statement in a public event. Today marks the World Population Day. The day is observed on July 11 every year, organizing various programs. The global population is increasing rapidly, with poverty, economic concerns, and maternal health are just few of the areas affected by the growing population. The day aims to raise awareness and educate people about the global population and its associated challenges. Meanwhile, the theme for this year's event is unleashing the power of gender equality, uplifting the voices of women and girls to unlock our world's infinite possibilities. Issuing a message on the occasion of the World Population Day, Minister for Health and Population Mohan Bahadur Basnet had said a declining population growth rate and fertility rate could be a risk factor for development in the long run, though it is a positive indicator for the immediate effect. In a message today on the occasion of the World Population Day, Minister Basnet pointed out ongoing shifts in society while analyzing the existing patterns of the population composition. With this update, time to go for a short break, but still to come we have. Welcome back. Now to more updates. Rapid spread of lumpy skin disease has taken a heavy toll on livestock in Ntvithari district. The officials at Veterinary Hospital and Livestock Service Centre Patan said that the disease on animal has gone out of control in the district, adding that there is no availability of vaccine so far. Livestock Development Officer at the centre, Dr. Bishal Patak, said more than 64,000 domestic animals have been infected from lumpy skin and 9,200 plus animals have already died of the infection. Lumpy skin is a contagious virus disease transmitted to cattle by flies, mosquitoes or ticks. The disease was first reported in Nepal in July 2020. In the first 2 years after the detection of the contagious disease, as many as 13 out of 3,301 infected cattle of 16 districts died due to it in Nepal. Now to the international updates. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has agreed to support Sweden's bid to join NATO, the military alliance's chief Jens Stoltenberg says. He said Turkey's leader would forward Sweden's bid to the parliament in Ankara and ensure ratification. Meanwhile, Swedish Prime Minister has expressed happiness over the news. Turkey had previously spent months blocking Sweden's application, accusing it of hosting Kurdish militants. As one of NATO's 31 members, Turkey has a veto over any new country joining the group. Heavy rains are continuing to cause havoc across northern India, claiming at least 20 lives since Saturday. The bad weather, which is expected to continue into Friday, has downed trees, flooded homes and closed major roads in several states. On Tuesday, Delhi was put on high alert for flooding as water levels in the Yamuna River rose to the dangerous levels. Officials have since relocated thousands of people living near the riverbanks to safer locations. With this update, time to go for a short break again, but still to come we have. Welcome back. Now to more updates. A volcanic eruption has started on the Reykjanes Peninsula north of the mountain Litlihurtur in Iceland. The eruption is in the similar location scientists expected north of the previous eruptions. There is more power in this eruption than in 2021 and 2022. The crack is bigger than last time, around 900 meters, and there is more gas population. Conditions at the eruption site could be dangerous. Residents have been asked to close their windows. The main difference is, of course, that the residents have to be shifted to the newer location, and they say it is like the eruption have been moving north, and this is truly a jump because this eruption is almost 3 kilometers to northeast from the last volcanic eruption's crack. Apple supplier Foxconn has pulled out of a $19.5 billion deal with Indian mining giant Vedanta to build a chip making plant in the country. The move comes less than a year after the company's announced plans to set up the facility in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's home state of Gujarat. Some analysts say it marks a setback to the nation's technology industry goals. However, a government minister says it will have no impact on the country's chip making ambitions. More updates will line up on the other side, but before that, let's have the highlights first. Gabby Thomas ran the 6th fastest time in history at sea on the women's 200 meters at the U.S. Championships in Oregon. The 26-year-old clocked 21.60 seconds, the quickest time of the year, piping saw Carrie Richardson to the title. The win prevented Richardson winning a sprint double after she secured the 100 meters title on Friday. Thomas set the fastest time of the year of 21.86 in the semi-finals before 200 meters world champion Shericka Jackson ran 21.71 at the Jamaican Championships. With this update, we come to the end of this English News Bulletin, but before we say goodbye, let's have a quick reminder of the major stories. At least 25 killed in monsoon-induced floods and landslides in various parts of the country. Sankra Sabha affected the most. Meeting of the National Assembly underway, and ministers concerned slated to respond to the queries of the parliamentarians. Turkey's President Erdogan agrees to support Sweden's bid to join NATO. Such comes following the talks in Lithuania. And top seed Alcaraz beats Berrettini to enter the quarterfinals of Wimbledon Open. Eubanks upsets Tsitsipas, Javier and Rybakina set up a repeat of 2022 final. That's all we have in this edition of English News Bulletin. We'll see you again with next round of English Bulletin at 6 in the evening. Till then, have a great time ahead and stay tuned with us. Namaste.